Every day we learn something new about George Santos, and although we are slowly peeling this rotten onion, it's clear that Republicans have been well aware of George Santos Goldbergstein's totally fabricated past. So why is the party of family values okay with someone lying about everything, even his own name? Because it's not George Santos, it's Anthony Devolder, and this earns both a solid 5 dripping Giulianis on the fail scale. You know it's bad when Mythbusters is talking about getting back together for their first ever episode on a human.
My scheduler, or my business partner, she's like, guess who got coming on the show? And I'm like, okay, who is that? Because I'm bad with names. I'm really good with faces. She said, you know? And she started telling me, I was like, are you serious? He's going to come on? She's like, yes, he's a conservative. He believes what we believe, and he loves the country. I'm like, awesome. And so I started going and reading some of your interviews and thinking about my grandfather. He's in heaven. I know right now he's like, wow. I mean, that's awesome. That my family calls me Candy. And so I know he's thinking, Candy, golly, Kevin Sorbos, this is amazing.
It is amazing that he keeps a straight face while you call him Kevin Sorbos, but being wooden is his thing. Who is that? Gotta love it when even the hardest right-wing clowns that you've sold out to still have no idea who you are. It is pouring MAGA tears. I have a laugh with fresh lies about the con artist formerly known as Anthony Devolder and the party that continues to prop him up. I mock the latest and stupid, including Missouri's new clothing law. By popular demand, I have a hilarious new genuine page from Lauren Boebert's book, and more.
Joe Biden was getting $50,000 a month in rent. That's a lot of money. He's not just better at presidenting than me, he's better at real estate too.
This is really cool.
New claims from Santos include him being a volleyball star at Baruch College in New York, and he claimed he received 2 knee replacements because of volleyball. We need to get this guy in shorts. Can we send him to Cancun with Ted Cruz so we can see the scars on his legs from his surgery? Let's start there. We're to believe this guy is a volleyball star? I mean, come on, the only thing he's ever spiked is a drink.
The biggest thing that I took away from it was just delusions of grandeur. He would just go to bars with, rolls of $100 bills. And, 3 days later, he would have no money.
Rolls of bills and then out of money? Is this guy talking about George Santos or Don Jr.?
I've always known him as Anthony Devolder. I've never known him as George Santos. I was actually quite surprised. I guess he, went by his middle name and his mother's name. But yeah, no, I've always known him as Anthony Devolder.
Wow. Okay, but wait, what if his roommate is just trying to cash in here and making this all up?
George Santos. George, who we know is a friend, and he's known as Anthony Devolder to me. So I don't know where George Santos came into the thing, but that's what it says here. He's the Republican candidate for the New York 3rd Congressional District.
It's like after Donald Trump, anything goes. Someone can get elected on a completely made-up persona with totally fabricated qualifications, and they're like, yeah, so?
You have admitted embellishing your resume. You've acknowledged it. You've apologized for it.
Just because you apologize for something doesn't mean we should give you a pass, okay?
Whatever committee I'm given, whether it's, science and technology or education and labor or whatever committee is thrown my way, I will deliver 110% because that's what I know how to do. I'm going to outwork any of the pundits and talking heads that are out there saying that I should resign, that I'm unfit for office.
If a paramedic lies about their qualifications and then gets the gig, they aren't just going to try and save someone with confidence. This guy's less qualified to be on a committee than Herschel Walker is to be on the police force. Not a prop.
Whenever Don Jr. tweets about the Epstein flight logs being released, I release a log in my pants because I am on those.
This is really cool.
Yeah, we'll be done with all committees today. He'll get seated on committees, yes.
You said yesterday you had some questions about his back.
After all we know about this man, McCarthy is still going to put him on committees. Anthony's done nothing to... See, I don't even know what to call him. Do I call him Anthony? Do I call him George? He's done nothing to demonstrate his abilities other than creating a web of lies, but maybe that's why they want him. They knew and they looked the other way because they needed that vote, and many are saying that it shouldn't count, that a vote for him is voter fraud. What do you think? Let me know in the comments.
Work you did that was the origin of those resources?
Look, I've worked my entire life. I've lived an honest life. I've never been accused, sued of any bad doings.
He has so many achievements, and they're all fake. He's like an evil Forrest Gump. Yes, it's like at the end of the film, Forrest Gump was just like, yeah, I made it all up. The lies are a major problem with this man, and a big one is, where did the money come from? Santos has said that more than $700,000 in funds he lent to his campaign came from his company, the Devolder organization, which the Washington Post reports was organized just a month before he declared his candidacy.
So, it's the equity of my hard-working self, and I've invested inside of me. Like I said, it didn't come from Burisma. It didn't come from Ukraine, Russia, China, unlike some folks that we all know that get money from those sources.
A complaint recently filed with the FEC claims that George Santos acted as a straw donor for illegal contributions to his campaign. The volume and timing of Santos's dramatic increase in income and assets, the lack of clear explanation of how he generated that income, his well-documented penchant for dishonesty, and the fact that he then used $705,000 from his sudden windfall to fund his subsequent congressional campaign strongly suggest that the rapid shift in Santos's finances was not a mere coincidence, but a direct result of unknown persons directly and illegally giving him money to run for federal office. Wow. Other donations he got include those from the cousin of sanctioned billionaire Victor Veckelsberg, who has close ties to this guy. The dress code in the Missouri State House of Representatives became stricter. Fellas, relax. This one's just for the women. Yes, a woman's right to choose is again taken away by a party determined to take America back to the Dark Ages. In a vote of 105 to 51, the Missouri State House adopted the legislation led by Republican State Representative Ann Kelly, who pushed for the stricter dress code because the party that wants you to bear arms is also against bear arms. The right wing seems pretty concerned about dress code when their own people wear gas masks and Let's Go Brandon dresses. Ridiculous.
Why should we talk about something like this? It is absolutely ridiculous. You
brought this to the floor, lady. You tell me.
You would think that all you would have to do is say, dress professionally, and women could handle it. You would think elected officials could handle that.
You would think, but we're walking around here in sequins and velveteen, to the lady's point. So what is appropriate, and why do you get to decide?
We need to get over the sequins. That's ridiculous.
Get over the sequins. Well, it sucks if you bought something and it has a little personality on it, and now Osama bin Kelly is telling you can't come to work with it. What is professionally? Why do you get to decide what is professionally? Last time I checked, the billionaires on Shark Tank aren't broadcasting from under blankets, you backwards thinking potato. For those new to the show, I'm glad you found me. Thank you. For several months, I've been reading a genuine page from Lauren Boebert's book. I do this once a week, and it's been pretty wild. In this section, we are at her place of work about to search for an intentionally missing hamster. Let's get back to it. Craig showed up pointing at his head. He was wearing a Denver Broncos hat. He chuckled, "Found this in the office." He took it off and put a handful of paper bits in it, like some sort of crazy Colorado piñata, and announced, "Drawing a number from a hat here, folks," and then winked at me. In a mean way, instead of the usual meet me in the storage room kind of way. I faked a smile while Craig stirred the paper with his hand and then shouted, 9! This got a lot of grumbles from the losers, but not one cheer. Usually someone is super excited about this honor, and they can barely keep it together. It's like when you're on the way home from Applebee's and you roll through a stop sign because you're trying to reply to the funny Nancy Pelosi meme your friend sent you, and guess what? Yeah, the Donut Squad, they watched it all go down, and the officer lets you go without realizing you just put back 5 blue Hawaiians and you're seeing double. But all he takes in is your made-up sob story between the little basic instinct you give him, thank you, skirt, to take the attention away from your teal tongue slurring more words than Sleepy Joe Biden. Nothing. Not a peep from the gamblers at Lady Buns. I wanted to get this show on the road while the Red Bull was still fresh, so I chimed in, "Number 9, let's go, people!" And then a man emerged from the darkness, waving his gold eagle cane at us. This is Mr. Fong, one of our Don't Ask, Don't Tell regulars. Mr. Fong removed his scarf, jabbed his finger at Mountain Dew, and then to the scarf that he was now swinging around his head. Was this some sort of foreign celebration? Or was he imitating the dancers? Because a few do this with their bikinis, including this morning hot wildcat. We really weren't sure what he was going for since Mr. Fong didn't speak American, but he spends a fortune here, so Craig just lets him do whatever he wants. I suggested to Craig that we draw another number, and Mr. Fong, he definitely understood that because he snatched the salt shaker off the bar, tucked it in his scarf, and swung it again, launching it across the dance place. As the salt smashed into the wall, I knew I had some serious problems, and I'm not talking about Jason's lip thing. Number 1, my next tequila would be missing a little something. Number 2, Mr. Fong thinks he gets to David my hamster, and I was not about to let that happen. It was like a fairy tale. If you've enjoyed this genuine page from Low Rent Booze Burp's latest book, let me know in the comments, and I'll see about reading another page next week. Thank you.
When Melania said Diamond was gone, I thought she was talking about her Tiffany ring, but it was just about the TV person, thankfully.
This is really cool.
Another unfunny liberal proving Dems aren't funny. MAGA tears. When Marjorie's president, and she will be president, you will find yourself at Guantanamo regretting every video. MAGA tears. Real man can grow ahead of it. MAGA tears. Nice try, egghead. MAGA tears. Thanks so much for watching. Help me out by sharing this video or posting it on your social media and following me on mine. It costs you nothing and makes a huge difference for me. I am a one-man show here, from script to screen, the editing, even the graphics. So if you can afford to, please throw me a tip with the easy PayPal link or smash that super thanks button, and be sure to check out my mugs and stickers that go great with those MAGA tears. I am a stand-up comedian. I've played in 35 countries and have toured with Jim Jefferies for several years. I have 3 albums. You can stream them on Spotify, Apple Music, or catch them on SiriusXM. Thanks for watching. Life's short. Be cool, be kind, take care.